Hi, family.
Hola!
So good to see you guys. This is Eugene and Andrea, your relationship strategist, the
Hey,
builder, and the educator, helping you navigate life's most important
important
goals,
goals,
your
your
relationships.
relationships.
Man, we are so excited.
We are.
We're excited because this is a new season.
It is.
And you know what? With this new season, we got something that we would like to share because we're all about strategy
Yep.
and building legacy because we want to see couples, we want to see individuals, we
Families,
want to see family
peoples,
relationships,
folks.
folks building and optimizing their selves to the nth degree to
Absolutely.
experience your the highest rendition, the highest vibration of yourself.
Yes.
And we believe that you could do that with some
Hey, y'all.
with good
Let us know if
strategy.
you're in here now. We won't know you're here unless you let us know. So today we're talking about, everybody knows, everybody's talking about the Great Conjunction. Everybody knows, and they're talking about, oh, Jupiter and Saturn are in the sky. And, we've been watching for months. We have been watching for months, watching as they were coming together and the skies were changing and all those things. But the work that we do, we were thinking, often when people talk about relationships, they start talking about, ooh, Venus, ooh, Mars, right? Ooh, love. Is he attracted to you? And, I'm an astrologer. My husband and I, when we talk to couples, we always talk in astrology to them, talking to them about their charts. And, when you look and you do what they call a synastry chart, they're like, see where their Venus and their Mars are. And then you'll know whether they'll be compatible.
Where's the love? Where's
the love? See if their passion and their sex drives will be aligned and all of these things. I think that they're doing pretty good with the sex driving and stuff at this point. Honestly, I think, when we talk to couples, I look and I say, oh, the sex drive is fine.
Yeah, but it's a different thing when you're sitting in front of the couple
Exactly.
and they're not connecting.
Exactly.
That's a difficult thing. And so we find it we enjoy actually assisting couples getting on the same page, connecting the dots by understanding their superpowers, right? Because that's where the disconnects happen. And so we just thought it was so cool that because we're experiencing a great conjunction right now, to actually add this into our series by helping you guys see, and optimizing this new season that we're in right now.
And I love it. The reason why I love it, first of all, I'm a Saturn girl. My husband, when he feels certain ways about me, he's like, okay, Saturn. Because whatever. And if you don't know about Saturn, we'll tell you about it in a minute. But the thing that I love about this season is, while we always talk about Mars and Venus and love and passion, one of the other things that we look for as astrologers is we look to see, where is Saturn? The Saturn going to work and help this relationship grow and help and provide the structure. Saturn provides stay in power because Saturn has lessons to teach. And so Saturn is going to make sure those lessons are learned.
I like the way you put that because sometimes when we think about Saturn, people are always talking about the restriction, which it is, right?
It is. I mean,
but that's a necessary part because when I think about Saturn, I think
about me.
Yeah, I think about the discipline. I think about the restriction, but that's a necessary part of building legacy.
It actually is, and I love the Jupiter being a part because when you talk about expanding, now you're talking about expanding legacy. Wait. So you got Saturn that's going to make sure the structure, talk about it now. Foundation is strong. Right. And then Jupiter is like, let's expand this thing. Let's make it big. And that is what building.
Go home.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. They're talking about the Great Conjunction because when you have a conjunction, I always refer to it as, a marriage of planets. And funny enough, in my chart, Mercury and Venus are like married. If they're 360 degrees in all of the whole birth chart, mine are like 2 degrees apart. So Mars and Venus are married in my chart. They are literally sitting there together. And that's essentially what Jupiter and Saturn are doing right now.
Yes.
But those two you need that to build legacy. You need expansive energy that Jupiter provides. You need it, and you need the structure, and those have to work together. He is more like Jupiter.
Saturn.
I am. And when he gets a little bit enough of me, he's like, all right, Saturn. Hey, let us know you're here if you come in. So we want to talk about it, relationships from this perspective, because here's the thing, whether you are sexually compatible or not, or feel whatever, that's one aspect of relationships. But the part that is going to allow you to build legacy, to last and go the long haul, will be that Saturn energy and will be that Jupiter energy, that willingness to expand yourself.
So what does that look like to work together as a couple, a power couple, with two different energies? Because that's what it,
Because we have a lesson. What's the name of the lesson, babe?
Isn't it combining?
I'm looking at the book while you do it. Talk about it. Yeah, you go ahead.
Combining instead of colliding. A lot of relationships, you get, the different personalities that a relationship. And sometimes, there's just a disconnect off of just little nuances.
Exactly.
And so what is the strategy? How do you take your superpower of going big or go home, and her superpower, which might be, in this particular case when we're talking about Saturn, restriction or discipline, or we're going to do this and make sure we get it right and getting all the details in, and actually combining those two without hitting the wall, right?
Because you need both.
We
call our lesson when two worlds combine or collide. And conjunctions are marriages. They literally are. When we read an astrology chart and we see a conjunction of two planets in someone's birth chart, which really goes out like 8 degrees. It's not like just when they're right beside each other, but literally can be a little far apart. And when we see it, we always, let me talk about me, because this is how I look at stuff a little different. I always consider it to be like they're married and things like that. And other astrologers are like, well, that's one way to look at it, but they are. And so when I think of me and my husband, it's like, I'm not thinking it is all Drea and not all Gene, it's us. So I can't just look at one planet and say, oh, it's just you. It's not just you.
And that's the beautiful thing about creating within relationships.
Exactly.
Because you're actually creating something different and unique that you could not have created otherwise.
That has never been seen before.
That has never been seen before. Like you've seen me before.
Yes.
You've seen her before.
Yes.
But together with the Wonder Twin powers, when you got strategy and you know how to make that thing work,
it's a whole nother thing.
Now, yeah, it has its challenges.
Definitely.
That's where Eugene and Andrea come in.
Oh, I got this thing too. Oh, say that again.
No,
that's where Eugene and Andrea come in. Say it again.
Your relationship
strategist. And this is the thing. What I was thinking about was when we were talking about when the two worlds combine or collide. Mm-hmm. What I was thinking about was the fact we have 4 suns. They are similar, but they're not the same. Mm-hmm. And so like right now, Jupiter and Saturn, they're not even at 1 degree yet. They barely made, they're not at 1 degree together. Jupiter is past Saturn now. They met up at like 0 degrees and 30, 21, something like that. But it doesn't make any sense. It's fine, whatever. Some minutes. But they are there and they'll be together for a while. But they act differently, just for frame of reference, they act differently in Aquarius, because Aquarius is all about air and our thoughts, than they did innovation when they were in Capricorn, which is an earth sign that's about making things concrete and building things and getting things done. Why am I mentioning that? Because we have these sons of ours. And the son, we have one, he's a musical prodigy, has done all what he's living in Japan right now, doing all kinds of magnificent things. But then we have our 6'5" bass man. Okay, he's a mechanical engineer. He's doing his thing. He's doing blah, blah, blah. Also musically inclined. We have all this brilliance. We have created from the same two of us, these different archetype of things. I don't know the right word.
I like it, archetype.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we have variety. There is no one way. And we work really hard to make sure we push that home. There is no one way to do anything. So when you're in your relationship and you're trying to figure out your superpower, it will only do you so much good to look at us. I want to be like them, or to look at your parents. I want to be like them, or to look at your grandparents and say they've been married for 60 years. I want to be like them. It's only going to do you so much good. You have superpowers. You definitely hanging.
And so we want. Go ahead.
I'm still hanging. You still left me hanging.
Oh, I left you hanging.
I'm like,
I missed it.
You see, that's a whole nother lesson when people leave you hanging. Okay.
Oh, I missed it.
Yes. So we want to talk about that. We're going to talk about it for a while because, amongst others, we do a lot of different things together that in our approach to relationships. But this particular conjunction, this marriage of these two energies that are so different, but are so necessary for growth.
Yes, it is.
Can you hear me? I get so excited. Jupiter expands whatever it touches. Okay? If you give it good stuff, it makes it bigger.
This is a great opportunity because this conjunction happens every 20 years, but it hasn't happened this close, this way where you can actually visualize it in a long time. They said about 794 years or whatever, almost 800 years. So this is an opportunity for us to be able to expand and grow in ways that has been different, because as Andrea was saying, even with this particular conjunct happening in an Aquarius, a time of innovation and newness and coming against the grain.
But talk about it, baby. Get me excited. Talk.
Go ahead.
No, talk.
No,
Aquarius is all about, you just said innovation. Mm-hmm. Aquarius is about, let's think about this thing in a different way. This is the time, believe it or not.
That's right.
This is the time to do that thing that you said you wanted to do in your relationship, in your family, in your personal life.
No excuses.
There are energies that are like, I'm right here. They're like, I got time. Jupiter will only spend 1 year in Aquarius. Saturn will be here for about 2, going behind Jupiter. And you have all these energies that the Creator put in our solar system, the universe, because I get dramatic, okay? We have all of this energy that's working with us to do something different. Aquarius, the planet that rules it is Uranus, and the traditional ruler is Saturn. Thank you very much. Okay. But it is always, it is like, what's new here? It is innovating. It is thinking about, like, out of the box. It disrupts things. This is the time to disrupt and make something good. Disruptions are not always bad. Some of us need to be shaken up, and we don't change until we get shaken up. This is a time for that. The energy is here for that. And for it to be expanded, whatever you're doing, to be expanded.
Let us assist you guys in you building legacy.
Yes.
I'm the builder.
This is the educator.
And we're
this Jupiter.
Come on now. And this is Saturn. And we want to assist and walk with you guys through building legacy together as power couples, right? As individuals, dynamic individuals coming together, doing something that the world hasn't seen before. Let us assist you walk through that. So we're going to be doing series
till we finish it, till we feel like it's done.
So join us on We Build Legacy with YouTube, and then also visit us on WeBuildLegacy.com.
At buildlegacy.com.
And you can go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So with WeBuildLegacy.com, you can see all of our information on assisting you with different tools and curricula to assist you to walk through, and also become part of the family on Patreon.
Absolutely.
Patreon page, We Build Legacy.
Get to chat with us, set up regular times where we personally can talk with you. So we're excited. We have ways to help disrupt this thing. You've been looking for it. You've been looking for a reset.
You can do it.
You can do it. This is 2020. It's leaving. We got like less than 2 weeks. What is 2021 going to bring into your life? Let's disrupt this mundane and let's go to something more.
Yes.
All right. We're going to be talking about the marriage, the conjunction of these two energies that are necessary in order for us to do what? Build legacy. All right, you all. And don't forget to push like and subscribe. You want to know when we're on here? We're going to be on here. So see you later.